Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Wixo, my version of Wixo being Wixo episode 8. Yeah, that's right, we've had 8 episodes so far. We started just down here in this little strait right here. I need to mute Discord sounds again. Give me a second. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, we started around down here and eventually went up into here and also down these islands here, and basically just went up and like up there and that way. So yeah, we also have the last episode had Korea going ahead and exploring most of Japan, including all the way up here, and even colonizing it. Sorry, colonizing it as well, which is pretty cool, pretty cool. No, I'm gonna move that just up there. But yeah, I will also very quickly go ahead and draw out the new known waters just right up here. Going over here. We go. So they also go down this coast as well. Sorry, I was like silent for a second. I don't know what that was. So yeah, eventually with the Koreans here going ahead and exploring all of this area over here, we also see the exploration and like I think we'll see this over here being explored as well. They still don't know what Taiwan is, but we'll just wait for that. We also see them explore that over there, near Australia, and also this over here. And with that, the new like ocean things, they'll obviously be changed as well. I still haven't done provinces. I'll update provinces by the next movie. But yeah. Also, you're probably wondering what this thing in the corner is that's like talking when I talk. That is actually hold on. Ignore that. It's a different project, but that is actually the thing that I'm using for whenever I stream. See, I've started streaming on my main channel, and you guys should definitely go check them streams out when they of course arise. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start off right over here. And you see these four used to be part of these four countries here used to be part of this color here. They used to be part of the Lime team, and have now all separated because they got invaded by the Red team here, and yeah. So yeah, so these guys got invaded by the Red team and also kind of like split apart. So we're gonna go ahead and see something weird happen here. These four governments are gonna all talk to each other and are all gonna reform the old Lime kind of country. Well, at least most of it, I guess. I don't know. Oh god. But yeah, they go ahead. They change the capital city to this one at the coast, and we see the Lime team is back. Wait a second. Where's the Lime team over there? Anyway, in fact, we're gonna have it slightly different because it's not the original. Freaking! Oh god, I've messed up. Okay, yeah, we need it like a light. There, yeah, there you go. Don't know why that was that like filled out the entire map, but we see the oh god, it's because of this one, isn't it? Freaking. Give me a second. If we go around the border here, don't worry, it's still work. And that won't. Yeah, okay, perfect. So yeah, we see the Lime team reforming. We see the capital city being moved over here. Well, sort of reforming. Oh wait, I was okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm a bit clueless right now. See, see if I do this. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so the Lime team is back. That's what I was trying to say, even though it took me ages. The Lime team is back. I haven't set up capital cities for these guys over here. At least these two. It's only these two that need capital cities. But as I set up these capital cities, what we are going to talk about is the exploration into a certain area. And that area is going to be India. Now, of course, they know about down here and stuff. They worked with the tribe that was over here. And effectively, what we're going to see is the... I was on this, but... Anyway, yeah, so we see the... Oh god, I'm freaking messing up a lot today. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, so we see the this exploration down the coastline. They don't really go into, like, over here just yet. They have, like, a separate group that is going to go ahead and spearhead out to here. But I'm going to put on tribes, actually, because what happens is they go along the coast and they discover this huge tribe over here. And what they also discover is, well, they raid a village up here and they see a map. And this map tells them about all of, oh god, all of that. The entire Indian peninsula. It tells them about it. It tells them about this huge tribe here and this small tribe here that these guys have consistently got a beef with here. Usually fighting over this area right here. And they also learn about a smaller tribe up here, but they aren't a major issue right now. And what we see is the people of this Bangladesh area kind of country, even though it's all the way down here in oh god, I'm gonna get that wrong. I'm not even gonna try it. But we see these people bring across their belief of like society and stuff like that, and say, hey, you should form a society. You're massive. You could definitely form a huge society. And this message also gets them to this tribe and this tribe. Now, no one else knows about this. Maybe this team, because these two work together well, but no one else besides these two teams actually know about these tribes here. And what we do see is, well, pretty obvious, right? The tribes disband, and they go ahead and form... What the hell? They go ahead and form multiple nations. We have the... Oh god. Yeah, we have the dark purple nation of Taiwan, including the coastline here. We then also have that's just not okay. There we go. We have that forming as well, and obviously this tribe is huge, so they're going to go ahead and set their borders something like But I don't like ugly borders, bro. There we go. So yeah, we see a huge nation forming down here in the in India. We also see up here in the in the north some more exploration over here in like this area, leading more towards, you know, Pakistan and all over here, in which they also soon meet Arabia, but we'll worry about that another episode because, well, we're going to go ahead and see another. Yes, I'm going to start using colors, but we see a decently sized area being colonized by this tribe over here. And there you have it. You've got 3 whole new countries, and already this is going to cause some chaos. But what we also see is, well, a huge area of land being taken over by this team, and the rest of it is going to be talked about in the next episode. But now we're going to go ahead and move on to Korea, because there's a bit of an issue. They've got Japan and also Korea and this like area here, and they aren't very stable, and the people over here are wanting to leave because they feel neglected. So what happens is, well, they do that. They just go ahead, they break off. Obviously, that'll probably be explored by now, but they go ahead and break off from Korea. They take over this area and even that major city there. But what we see is a new team also forming here. Yes, I'll sort out capital cities and cities soon for these new areas like Korea and India. But I'll do that in the next episode, ready for, you know, the next episode. But Korea's not too bothered about that, because what's Korea doing? They're going to do a little bit of exploration here, up along the coastline, into what is, you know, modern day, like, almost Siberia, actually. They also explore that, like the northern part, and soon meet up with explorers down in the south. And all of a sudden, we see a huge push of like Korean forces into, well, not forces, but like Korean exploration teams just exploring the area up north. They also explore this way. They realize it gets colder as you go up north, so just don't go too far up north or you're gonna get too cold. They also explore all of this. And also in this episode, a major event is going to happen, being the finding of flipping Taiwan, modern day Taiwan. So yeah, after like 2 episodes of it not being discovered, it is finally discovered. Also, water borders, I'll do them soon. They realize when they get to this point, it's like, well, it's way too cold to get over there. They obviously don't do too much colonization. They probably will do a little bit, but they explore a lot, which is very important for, you know, the episode. What we also see is exploration from all these places over here, going ahead, and basically exploring all of this, meeting up with Koreans. There you go, Koreans, like, team of explorers, and we see a lot of China-ish area has been explored. And the last thing for this episode is going to be the exploration down this coastline. I'm going to focus on Australia as well for a little bit, because Australia is a huge player in this. And very quickly, we see a huge amount of exploration just down south. It's hot as hell, but they go for, and eventually explore a lot of the area. yeah, of course, they don't explore those islands down here, but they explore, this area over here. And eventually all of Australia is mapped out. This is huge. This is like the age of exploration, but like really early age of exploration. But, yeah, there's a lot of exploration in this episode. We also see some islands up here, and even some exploration up there, but when it reaches, same point as here, kind of just gets too cold. And now what we see is some colonization of this area, and specifically from a few teams. So, what teams are going to be exploring and like colonizing a bunch? Well, as you can tell, it's going to have to be these guys right here. What we see is a bit of colonization up north, but then also just a huge amount of colonization to take over the coastline there and becoming like a super Vietnam. They also take over Taiwan illegally. Someone else is going to take over that, and I'll explain that in a second. And we also see countries like this country go ahead and colonize, just a little bit more. And the last country to colonize is going to be this country right here, who is going to meet with the people of the gold team and say, hey, you should colonize a bit this way along the coast. This coastline is always important, but we're going to go ahead and meet up with you. And then we're going to also expand, a bit further north. We're going to expand a lot up here. And there you have it. We have a huge amount of exploration. We also see the exploration of the pinkish kind of team to meet up with the like teal team here. So yeah, we also see some more expansion this way. And the last team to expand is going to be Korea. They don't expand too much, but they do get a better borders, I guess. Or at least not as like straight, I guess. There you go. So yeah, now with that, we have a lot of exploration this episode, a lot of new countries, a lot of old countries, a lot of very old countries, all working together to explore what is modern day China. Now, and also Australia as well. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is the Philippines, and the whole reason Taiwan was like such an important piece here. And that is because of the Science team. See, the Science team knows these islands are here and just goes up, explores, colonizes the entirety of the Philippines. Not even the red team gets any. And then they sail up north and land on the tip of Taiwan, around there. Now, see, this like lightish country here has already colonized Taiwan, but they go ahead and they claim it for themselves, saying, hey, we found it, it's ours. When really they didn't find it, it was already claimed. And what we're going to see is a war for the first time in a while, and it's going to be between these two countries right here. So I'm going to very quickly go 15. We're going to see the blue team go ahead and fully seize Taiwan. That is, of course, until troops manage to land along the coastline here and kick the blue team out. Now, a lot of the fighting is going to be down here, but what we see is a landing and taking off the top of the Philippines. And there isn't much things, so there's not much up here, so they just go ahead and they sweep through the Philippines. They go ahead to go down here as well. They get a bit lost. They don't go down this one just yet. But they eventually loop around after some time. They loop around and meet back over here. to push into the blue team's colony. Now, what the cyan team has is this area over here. Now, of course, they know about this area, but there's nothing over here, right? Well, that is until the cyan team does something crazy. They make a purchase of the red team's land. Basically saying, hey, give us your land so we can get to our colony over here, in which it works. They sell it. It's a bit expensive, but they do it anyway. They're pretty rich. And very quickly we see a counter-offensive in the Philippines, as well as up here, as they get kicked out of the Philippines. Now, this war technically has gone nowhere. And that is until troops land down here near the capital, taking over this area and most of the, southern of this country. And it's looking something like that. And very quickly, it's looking like they're threatening the capital. They could just go straight for it, but they are very much threatening the capital city. They take over a few of these territories, and what they do is they go ahead and encircle it. They also take over, all this. And this area over here quickly gives up, as does Taiwan. And what happens is, very quickly, we see the surrendering, of this country right here. Even though it has all this up here, pretty unpopulated up here. But the main capital, yeah, you're cooked if they lose that. So we're going to go ahead and have a look at a peace treaty in a second. Hold up. Let's go back to when they purchased that. Okay, yeah. So the peace treaty is going to look something like... what happens is this bay area over here gets taken as a colony, sort of, kind of like demilitarized zone-ish. Basically up here a little bit, and we see the blue team go ahead and take over this area right here, and then set up, a kind of puppet state of that. And the rest of this land over here, we do see the blue team, spoiling themselves just a little bit by, taking over a little colony right here next to Taiwan to secure it. But then the rest of this land goes ahead and splits into two major countries, being hold up, give me a second. I need to freaking change the size so much, it's crazy. Frickin'. Why is it gotta be so difficult? What the frick, bro? Bruh. Tolerance. Let's turn the tolerance down. There we go. That's probably what it was. We see a huge portion over here breaking away. We see the pink team going ahead and taking over this area. And last but not least, this area over here is going to go ahead and go like a dark green. Okay, yeah. So we see that all happening now. This blue country over here, this area over here, pretty not as secure. It's got two major, well, it's got like two major powers right on its borders, with the red team and the darkish purple team. Now, major powers in this sense is like colonies or large landmass or large population. The orange team also has a large population as well, just something like that, like you guys know. But yeah. So with that said, with all that settled and stuff, we are gonna go ahead and end it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please do leave a like and subscribe, as it helps me out a ton. Also, don't forget to check out the live streams when they happen, because they're really funny. And with that said, thank you all for watching. Goodbye.